Hello and welcome to the daily number workout for fourth grade. Today we're on the number 35. So let's get started with our word form. And again, THIRTY 35. A hyphen can be between there, 35. And because there's a 5 in the ones place value, it is an odd number. All right. Remember 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9, make it odd here. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 makes it even. And this one's odd. So let's go ahead and do our factors. That is numbers that multiply together to make 35. So we know 1 times 35. 2 doesn't go in because it's odd. 3 doesn't go in because 3 went into 33 and then it would go into 36. So it passed it up. 4 doesn't go in because it's odd. All even numbers have to have even numbers to go into evenly. Evenly. 5 goes in 7 times. And then 6 doesn't go in because it goes into 30 and 36. So we are done. That's how we find our factors. Makes it fast and easy. Looking good. Okay, so now we're going to go into multiples. So I'm going to move the paper up a smidgen and we're going to get started. So yesterday we started stacking everything. And so we're going to continue stacking everything because it makes it easier for you to see. So our first one, of course, 1 times 35 is 35. So we don't have to stack that one. So let's do 2 times 35. So 35 times 2. 2 times 5 is 10. We drop the 0, carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus that 1 is 7. So 2 35s is 7. Let's go on to the next one. 35 times 3. 3 times 5 is 15. We drop the 5, carry the 1. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So we have 105 is our next one. So 3 35s is 105. All right, let's do 4 35s. 4 times 5 is 20. We drop the 0, carry the 2. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14. So we have 140. And look at that. This is twice as much as that. So it looks like we're going to start seeing 7s in here. 7, 14, maybe every other one's going to be counting by 7s in the front end. So we'll check that out and see how that goes. I always like looking for patterns. So 35 times 5 now. 5 times 5 is 25. Drop the 5, carry the 2. 5 times 3 is 15, plus the 2 is 17. So we have 175. And now we go on to 6 35s. 6 times 5 is 30. Drop the 0, carry the 3. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 3 is 21. Ooh, look at that. So we have 7, 14, 21 every other. And then look at the other ones. These are all ending in 0 every other. And then the other ones are every other with the 5 in the ones place. So do you see that pattern? Plus any number that is a multiple of 5 is going to end in 5 and 0. So if we come up with an answer that is not ending or has a 0 or a 5 in the ones place, we know we messed up. So just another way of looking at it. Thinking of those patterns we're catching in our brain in those files. 7 times 5 is 35. We drop the 5 and carry the 3. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 3 is 24. So we have 245. Let's go to 8 35s. 8 times 5 is 40. Drop the 0, carry the 4. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 4 is 28. 280. And then 35 times 9. 9 times 5 is 45. Drop the 5, carry the 4. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 4 is 31. So we have 315. And then, of course, any number times 10 is that number with a 0. So let's see how that works. We drop the 0 to hold that place. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 3 is 3. We get 350. And we're done with our multiplication. Woo, that went quick. All right, let's do our addition. And again, we are doing everything by stacking now. We were doing it sideways. Now we're stacking just to see, to get a good vibe here. So here we go. 35 plus 1. 5 plus 1 is 6. 3 plus nothing is 3. 35 plus 2. And maybe some of you have been doing it this way all along, which is great. 5 plus 2 is 7. 3 plus nothing is 3. 35 plus 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. 3 plus nothing is 3. 38. 35 plus 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. 3 plus nothing is 3. 35 plus 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. We drop the 0, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 35 plus 6. 5 plus 6 is 11. Drop the 1, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 35 plus 7. 5 plus 7 is 12. Drop the 2, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 35 plus 8. 5 plus 8 is 13. Drop the 3, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 35 plus 9. 5 plus 9 is 14. Drop the 4, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. And then 35 plus 10. 5 plus 0 is 5. 3 plus 1 is 4. Boom. Check our answers. See if they're all in order. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Okay. So this is good practice. And then it's really easy to check ourselves. So what a great way to practice our math facts. All right. I need to get some of these before they fall off my table so we can move on to subtraction. Y'all are doing a great job here. Subtraction. So again, we're going to start with this answer, and we're going to be doing our subtraction of 35. So 5 minus 5 is 0. 4 minus 3 is 1. So 45 minus 35 is 10. Then we got 44 minus 35. We're just subtracting 35 from every number. 4 minus 5, we can't do that. So we have to borrow from the 4, leaving 3, making that 14. 14 minus 5 is 9. And 3 minus 3 is nothing. All right, we got 43 minus 35. We can't take 5 from the 3, so we borrow from the 4, leaving 3, making that 13. 13 minus 5 is 8. 3 minus 3 is nothing. All right, 42 minus 35. Can't take 5 from 2. We borrow from the 4, leaving 3. 12 minus 5 is 7. 3 minus 3, nothing. 41 minus 35. 5 from 1, we can't do. Borrow from the 3, or borrow from the 4, making it 3, make that 11. 11 minus 5 is 6. 3 minus 3 is nothing. 40 minus 35. Can't take 5 away from 0, so we borrow from the 4, making it 3, make that 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 3 minus 3, nothing. 39 minus 35. 9 minus 5 is 4. 3 minus 3, nothing. 38 minus 35. 8 minus 5 is 3. 3 minus 3, nothing. 37 minus 35. 7 minus 5 is 2. 3 minus 3, nothing. And then we have 36 minus 35. 6 minus 5 is 1. 3 minus 3, nothing. So there we go. Our addition and our subtraction and our multiplication we did first. Boom. We are done with our factors. Here we go. Let's move on to our measurement. Good old measurement. Inches, feet, and yards. So we have 35. I'm going to move those up a little bit so we save some space here on our paper. Boop. Hopefully everything you can see. So we're going to go with 35 inches, which equal, we know it takes 12 to make a foot. So we're going to put that over 12. And then we're going to divide that out. So dividing it out, it's like backwards, it's like subtraction, it's like backwards addition. That's what we're going to do is we're going to separate these into an addition problem using 12 twelfths because 12 twelfths make a whole foot. 35 inches, 12 inches make a foot. So we're going to do 12 over 12 plus 12 over 12. That's 24. 12 plus 12 is 24. And we still have 11, I believe. Let's see. Yep, we have 11. So 12 plus 12 plus 11 is 35. So we have 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 35. So we got that right number. All right. So now we say to ourselves, well, we have 1, 2. These are 1 whole. So 1 plus 1 is 2 whole and 11 twelfths feet. So we have 35 inches is the same as 2 and 11 twelfths foot, which is the same as 35 36 of a yard. We almost got a whole yard. Tomorrow or the next day we meet, we're going to have a whole yard. All right, looking good. Let's go to metric system, centimeters, decimeters, and meters. All righty. Again, using our number of the day, 35 centimeters. And we're going to change that into decimeters. We know it takes 10 centimeters to make a decimeter. So we're going to put that over, making that improper fraction. So we have 35 out of 10. And so we're going to create an addition problem so we can look and see. We're kind of breaking it apart. So 10 over 10 plus 10 over 10 plus 10 over 10. So far we got 30. And we got 5 more, right? 35, 10, 20, 35. All right, so now we can view it as 1, 2, 3 whole decimeters, because any fraction that's the same number over itself is 1 whole, and then 5 tenths, and that would be decimeters. So 35 centimeters is the same as 3 and 5 tenths decimeter. And that is the same as 35 hundredths of a meter because it takes 100 centimeters to make a meter. So there we have it, our linear measurement, length. We're measuring length, inches, feet, and yards in standard form, centimeters, decimeters, and meters in metric form. All right, let's move on to our liquid measurement. And hopefully you're right with me, writing everything down as we go, or just checking your work and then allowing yourself to follow along simply because you already did all this work. All right, let's go on to the next one. And you know what? Save all your papers so you can look back and see what we did. And then you're just following the patterns. All right, so we have 35 ounces today. And we know it takes 8 to make a cup. So we're going to change this into an improper fraction, 35 out of 8. And then we're going to break this down. Now, just so you know, this symbol right in between, we said it's out of, it's also divide by. So we're dividing 35 by 8 when we break it apart like this. We're actually doing division. And we'll be talking about division later on. And we might change up how we do our work just like we changed up this week. So this is 8 over 8 plus 8 over 8 plus 8 over 8 plus 8 over 8. So I know that 4 eighths equal 32. And I'm looking at this, I'm trying to figure out how many times 8 goes in there. 8 goes in 4 times with 3 left over the 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 whole cups and 3/8. And we put a C there for cups. So 35 ounces is the same as 4 and 3/8 cups. All right, let's go into pints here. So we know we have 35, but it takes 16 ounces to make a pint. So let's take 16 underneath there. So we want to divide this in by 16. So we're going to pull it apart with fractions and addition problem. So 16 over 16 plus 16 over 16. We know 16 plus 16 is 32. So we still have 3 more to go. So we're going to make that 3/16. And I'm running out of space here. So if you run out of space, no problem. So we got 1, 2, and 3/16. So we have 2 and 3/16 of a pint. So here we go. So these are all equal to each other. And remember, when you have a whole number and a fraction together, that's a mixed number. Let's go on to quarts. I'm dropping it down here because we're out of room, aren't we? Got a lot of work going on here. So now we have 35 over 32. So we know it takes 32 quarts to make, 32 ounces to make a quart. And this is what we've got here. We've got 1 whole and 3 left over the 32. So we have 1 and 3/32 of a quart. Boom. Now let's go to gallons. And I'll get my gallon. Boop, gallon. And we just have a fraction of 35 over, it takes 128 ounces to make a gallon. So we just have a partial gallon and we're done. Ooh, that's a lot of work when it comes to our liquid measurement. Now, last but not least is our metric form, which is so much simpler. And so if we have 35 milliliters, that's the same as 35 out of 1,000 to make a liter. And we're all done. So here you've done basically dividing, you've done addition, you've got it all here, fractions. You are really cooking in your math concepts. I hope you have a great day. I will see you for the number 36 the next time we meet. Have a great day.